Crafts, episode 16. I am MandoBug, also known as Amanda. Welcome if you are a new viewer joining me for the very first time today. And if you're coming back, thanks for your dedication. I appreciate it. So, start the show out with something I've learned. This week, I've learned two things, but one of them has to do with finished objects, so I'll share that later. But the other one has to do with the work in progress that I just started this morning, so I'll share that one up front. So I ran across somebody talking about a magic knot, and I was like, what the heck is that? And they said, you know, hey, I have to weave all these ends in, but if I knew about the magic knot before I started this project, I would have done that instead. So I was like, okay, that had my attention right there. I'm like, okay, I need to go find out what this is because I hate weaving in ends, especially on striped projects. Well, I started a stripe project. My enunciation's not so good today. So I started this stripe project and I decided to do the magic knot for my color changes, and I have two notes about it. Note one, I don't know if I'm doing it wrong, but it might just be that I'm using kind of a bulky weight yarn, but my knots stand out. I watched a video on how to do it. I'll go ahead and link to it in my show notes. But like in the video, she did it and made a knot and was able to trim the ends closely so that it was just like almost invisible in her knitting swatch. My knots are on the edge of the project, which is probably not good. They're also contrasting colors, which is also probably not good. I don't know how I feel about it yet. Let me show you. Here is my edge where I've been using the magic knot to change colors, and you can pretty much see it. I tried trimming the ends of the knot really close, but one of them came undone. So I don't want to trim them too close. I'm really afraid that it's gonna unravel. I mean, it's a good thing this is for me. So I think the reason I can't trim it close is because this project. So this project, I just started it this morning, spent a couple hours on it. It is Color Theory Cowl by Zandy Peters. In the pattern, you change colors every 4 rows, but I saw somebody else did every 2, and I like it better. So a lot of people do this with a gradient yarn, one solid and one gradient, but I didn't really have any gradient yarn. The closest thing I had was my very first hand spun yarn, the Cheviot that I spun up. It's kind of like bulky worsted. It's all over the place because it's my first yarn. I tried to gradient dye it with Kool-Aid. If you've seen previous episodes, you may remember that. And it didn't quite turn out gradient, but it should turn out interesting as this goes on. The very beginning was kind of orange, and now it's starting to get up into a variegated, and the very inside of this ball is pink. So it should be at least interesting. But because this is my hand spun and it's not spun very well, it's kind of just like thick fiber in some places, and I think that's what made the knot come undone. So I'm not really sure how I feel about this magic knot. I may try it again in the future just to see if it was something to do with this project, but it may be worth it just to weave in all the ends. So I guess showing you this project segues right into my works in progress. So this is my only project that I've been working on that's on the needles. I do have other projects that are works in progress, but I'm not working on them. So the only other thing I have to share with you is cross stitch. So the Frosted Pumpkin Stitchery Winter Sampler, their 2012 Winter Sampler, is what I've been stitching on. Last week I showed you guys I had the first 4 blocks cross stitched up. Now I have this progress. Okay, that looks good. I got 1, through almost 5 boxed out, and I've got the first 3 boxes filled with their little designs. So that's a lot of fun. I'm having fun. And then I did a little bit on the snowman. Not much though. I just added some more green at the border at the top and a little bit of more green on the scarf. So cross stitch is very slow, but I do enjoy doing it, so I can't just not do it. So moving on to finished objects. I only have one, and it is the Lonely Tree Shawl. I finished it, and it's still kind of wet, so I'll do the best to show you what I can. It is acrylic. I used Bernat Mosaic in the Aura colorway, but I washed it and tried to block it. I noticed, especially when you wash lace patterns, whether it's acrylic or wool, the weight of the water will pull out the lace. So that was my goal with this. So here, I'll back up. So I'm very happy with the way it turned out. It's a lot bigger now that I've washed it and it's drying than it was when I first finished it. But I'm very pleased. You can wear it, as a regular shawl, but like I've mentioned earlier, I plan on wearing it up around my neck, just like this. I figure it'll look good with all my dark clothes that I wear. So I'm happy with it. As far as the yarn goes though, I got it because it was on sale at Joann's. Normally I think it's like, where I live, like $6 a skein, and I needed 2 skeins to make this shawl, and I don't feel like this yarn is worth that price. So I probably won't buy it again. So that's all my finished objects. So moving on to check it out. So this week I want to share a website with you that I found over a year ago. It's called drawspace.com, and I'll go ahead and link to that in the notes. And I'm sharing that because it really helped me this week. Well, I noticed how much it helped me this week, if that makes sense. So the website is it's like an online class environment for drawing, and it's free. Well, most of it's free. I think they have some paid for lessons if you're interested, but they have a large variety of free online classes, and I haven't been on there lately, but last year when I was doing it a lot, all the classes that come in PDF download form, and they're very easy to follow, and I just would take one class at a time and draw. And the cool thing is so they give you a picture, and then they take you step through step on how to create that picture, and each picture you draw has techniques that you're specifically learning on being able to do and improve your skills. So shading and stuff like that. But they have like an online journal, kind of like how Ravelry has for your notebook. They have that for drawing on this website. So you follow the lesson, you draw your version, and then you can upload it where everyone else who's taken that lesson has uploaded their photos. So you can kind of compare your work to theirs and share your work. And it's a nice little environment, and I really enjoyed it, and I really learned a lot. And I mean, there was, for months, that's all I would do was just take these lessons and draw and draw and draw. So if you're interested in learning how to draw or improving your skills, because there are classes from beginner to advanced, I recommend you go check it out. It's a very well put together website, and I enjoy using it very much. So what I noticed the benefits from using that website were, this week I had my work's holiday party, and it was holidaycon. So it was come dressed as your favorite character from any TV show, movie, book, whatever, really whatever costume you wanted, and then throw a little bit of holiday cheer into it. So that's why I'm wearing bright colors. You probably are like, what? She's not wearing a black or gray shirt? No, this is what I wore to the holiday party, and I have my little hat. You can hear it jingling. This was my elf hat that I made to go with my costume and my shirt. You can see I went as Jean Grey from the X-Men, and it was funny because I made this elf hat, and kind of from far away, the symbol looks like the symbol on Link's shield from Zelda, so a lot of people thought I was Link, so that's a major fail on my part, but I did have a lot of fun, and so I painted this symbol on the shirt, and I didn't have a stencil or anything. I just looked at the picture and drew it, which isn't very impressive, but it takes me to my other shirts that I made. So I went with a group of people as X-Men, and my husband was supposed to be working, but at the last minute he was able to come, so I spent like 4 hours before the party started painting him a shirt, as well as another friend of mine painting him a shirt as well. So I started with my friend's shirt because I knew he was going to be able to come, and he wanted a Deadpool shirt, so I got a red t-shirt and I painted the chest like Deadpool. I don't have it and I didn't take pictures, whoops, but I do have my husband's shirt, so he went as Wolverine. So I got this yellow shirt and took fabric paint to it, and this is how it turned out. Oh, I tipped my chair over. Yeah, so this is how his shirt turned out, and I'm really proud of it. I didn't think that I was going to be able to do this, and I blame Drawspace. Well, I don't blame them, but they're the reason I was able to make this shirt. I looked at a couple other shirts online that had, you know, fake abs, and there's also a Wolverine shirt online that's very similar to this one, and I just kind of took a soft graphite pencil to the t-shirt before I started painting it and just sketched out, you know, the stripes and the abs and the belt and the pants, and then I went in with the fabric paint behind it and just started painting. If you do want to fabric paint on a t-shirt, make sure there's cardboard in between the shirt, the front and the back of the shirt, because the paint will go right through. That didn't happen to me because I had read about putting cardboard in before I started, so I was lucky, but I figured it's worth mentioning. So that was a lot of fun. I can't believe that it almost looks like a store-bought shirt. When you get up on it, you can tell it's hand painted. You can tell that I painted it. The lines aren't very clean like you would get from a screen print. But hey, he was happy with it, I was happy with it, so that's all that matters, right? So, moving on to current events. So Nerd Wars is still going on. It's only got like a week, a little over a week to go, and I haven't completed anything for any of the challenges. Well, I guess that's not really true, because I can use my shawl, my Lonely Tree shawl, and my Christmas sweater for flexible schedules, so... but I am hoping to get that striped cowl I showed you earlier done for one of the challenges. So, and my dissertation, I put like 2 or 3 rows into it, not enough worth showing you guys, but I don't know if I'm going to finish it, but I'll at least work on it. I'd like to eventually finish it, if not finish it on time, so. That's all I got for current events, and for upcoming events. The Tintical's going on right now, or, well, it's not going on right now. It's, the sign-ups are going on right now, and, there's only 2 weeks left. So, if you're on the edge, I recommend deciding soon, because you only got 2 weeks. So, there's that, and then, for other upcoming news, I was thinking about doing a New Year's giveaway. So, because of that, I was thinking about making a Ravelry group for the show. I've kind of been iffy on whether or not I should do it, but I don't know how I do a giveaway or anything like that without a group, or without a place for people to kind of come away together and chat and you know, the random number generator works great with Ravelry's forum posts. So I think I may make a group this week. I guess just keep an eye out for it. I don't know. If that's something you'd be interested, you can go ahead and shoot me a message and I'll make sure it gets done. If not, I don't know. I can't guarantee anything. I might try to find a way around it and have a giveaway based off of, I don't know, YouTube comments or something. I'm still brainstorming. But that's basically all I got for you guys this week. So, short and sweet episode. I didn't do much else that I couldn't show you. Like, I made a cape, but it's gone. It went to the holiday party, and I didn't take any pictures. I'm bad. But, I don't know. I hope you guys have a good week, and I'll see you next week. Bye!